Hello and welcome to another episode of the Lions Den podcast. I am Jocelyn Pomplin. Today I am joined by men's basketball student athletes Jace Linenberger and Evan White. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
A little later on, we'll be joined by women's basketball player Layne Kirkendoll. Guys, let's get into it. How did you guys become best friends? Obviously basketball, being on the team, but you guys are like the stepbrothers. How'd you become so close?
So I transferred here and it was like I got to be in the dorms and I was with Jace. What's funny though is we didn't talk that whole summer moving in. We did even like when we moved in, I don't think we talked till the first night.
But hey, it worked though.
Look at us now.
You got past
No
those
kidding.
awkward,
3 years later, now look at us. Who would have thought?
got past those awkward encounters of random roommates.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
Well, it obviously worked out because living together, I heard Jace is quite the prankster. What are some of the best pranks that he's pulled this last couple of years that the people can hear?
One that happened recently is it's late at night. I get a text message, this random phone number. It says I have a Zoom call for a casting call for Happy Gilmore 2. And I was like, I didn't sign up for anything. And then Jace comes into the locker room the next day and he's like, hey, did you receive a text? That's probably one of the good ones recently.
Another one is I always joke about Long John Silver's back home. And I was just bored one day and I was like, maybe I should sign Evan up for a job interview as a joke. So I filled out the whole thing, put his phone number, put his email, and it went through. So he gets like a call, he gets an email, like a whole time lined up for it. So I thought that was pretty good too. He didn't go.
Speaking of Long John Silver's, I don't know if you guys frequented.
We go there all the time. All the time. Every Thursday.
What is your go-to meal at Long John Silver's?
I'll usually just get the fish and fry, then he'll eat the slaw.
He's a big fish and fry guy.
Big time.
So you just eat the slaw?
Yeah,
Yes, the slaw.
He'll eat the slaw on the side. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Jokes aside, I've never been. That's all Jace.
They said it would be a comedy show this week, guys. They're not wrong so far. Speaking with the jokes and the pranks, I was told that you had the nickname Iceman, Jace, and it's on your license plate. How did that come about?
So one time during warm-ups in high school, I was just saying a whole bunch of random stuff like rain dance, let it rain. Then I said Iceman, and it just stuck. Like it was just super random, and it just stuck the rest of high school. And then here we are.
Do your teammates here tell you that too?
Sometimes, but it's more of like a back home thing. Yeah, back home. Yeah, and I got the license plate. I thought it was cool, so I kept it.
All right. So we got some of that out of the way. But sticking close to home, Evan, you grew up in a basketball household. Your dad's a high school coach. Your brother's an assistant over at Ozarks. Is coaching in your future?
Maybe. I don't really know yet. I might go GA somewhere after I'm done with basketball or playing here. So who knows?
Then obviously, we played Ozarks here this year. He's on the bench and assistant coach. Your dad's in the stands, and you're out there. You're there playing. Kind of how cool is that for you guys?
It was actually like a really cool moment, especially like with everything I've dealt with injuries and everything, and then getting to actually beat my brother because he was a GA at Dallas Baptist and we never got to beat them. So I have a losing record against him.
So is he older or younger? Older?
He's older.
Of course, he's assistant coach. He's
Cool.
And then Jace, for you, growing up in Hays, Kansas, obviously home of Fort Hays State. Did you go to a lot of, and they're now a conference opponent for us. Did you go to a lot of their games growing up?
Back in the day, every now and then I'd go, and then like when I was in middle school, we'd go to like a game as a team. So like every now and then, but like nothing like no season ticket holder. Just.
But so how cool is it to be able to go back home, and be able to play against your former team?
It's gonna be really cool. Just to play there. I mean, I've like trained in that gym a lot, so it'd be cool to play a game and against my hometown team and just having like a bunch of buddies and like
So a lot of friends. and family, right?
old friends and family and coaches. It'll be really cool to play in front of them because they haven't seen me
Mhm.
in college yet. Yeah, so I think that'll be really sweet.
And now, kind of getting to some basketball. We play at Ecclesia, Dallas Christian. We got some wins under our belt
Mhm.
after a couple of close games. What is the team's mindset as you wrap up conference play this Saturday? Get ready for the bulk of conference season as we sit at 500. What's kind of the mindset going forward into the second half of the season?
Kind of just focusing on this next game. Not really focused on going home, is what Gibson has been kind of preaching to us. It's been like these wins have been. It felt nice, finally getting in that win column.
boost.
Yeah, confidence boost, is like he said. And then the conference play, it's kind of weird because like we don't know what to expect.
Mhm.
Like we haven't played these teams. Like when we were in the Lone Star, like we knew like okay, this is that team. This is what they do, and it's just a whole new like world, I guess.
Anything you want to add to that?
You said it pretty good right there.
You guys have both been here a couple years. What's the best thing about playing here at UAFS?
Just the people, honestly. Like I get along really good with the coaching staff and just the people in here at the university, and it's like a family outside of family, and I just get along with them really well. And when you're close with people, you want to play harder for them, and just the relationships I built in these past 3 years.
Yeah, I would have to agree. The relationships, it's just seeing everyone every day,
Mm-hmm.
getting to know people. They know you, like even around campus.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice.
I say I've kind of liked the smaller universities, kind of small, close-knit
Yeah,
family.
sure.
You get to know everyone. Not like you're at the big schools where it's like, oh, that's the AD. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Here you know everyone. So talk a little basketball, talk a little fun stuff, but we got a little more fun stuff. Let's play a game of how well you know each other. Since roommates, best friends. All right, first for Evan, what is Jace's birthday?
February 24th, 2004.
Is he right?
Correct.
And now what is?
April 16th, 03.
Okay, we're each one for one. We starting off with some softballs. Okay, what is Jace's favorite snack? Don't say Long John Silver's.
He is a fan of rice packets or protein shakes.
Is that number
Yeah,
one?
that's spot on. It's for the carbs, though. It's just, yeah.
All
you're right.
Same thing here.
I'm going to go Lunchables.
You guys either know each other really well or you're just agreeing.
No.
No, Lunchable smack.
He's
Don't hate on
like 10
Lunchables.
Lunchables in his fridge right now.
Hey, you want to know something crazy? Rice packets plain, nothing on them.
I don't eat rice packets. So.
But
You eat them too now,
yeah,
bro.
but I put soy sauce on mine. He
Just
does
trying to
nothing.
pull-
Just straight
Trying to
bland
put on weight,
rice
trying to put on weight,
packets.
man.
Not interesting to me. Okay, what is Jace's favorite movie?
I want to say the first Rocky.
Yeah, that's right. It's a classic. Love the Rocky franchise. It's the Jimmy Fallon, Drew Barrymore rom-com Fever Pitch. Bingo.
You do not know the name of that movie.
I knew it.
And you know it now. You cheated.
No, I knew it.
You cheated, I think. Favorite singer or band or
Jace is a huge Eminem fan. Probably the biggest out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, going off that, does he have a favorite Eminem song?
I think he likes every single one of them.
I don't know if I have a favorite song, but he's like my favorite artist.
Just trying to stump you guys once or twice.
Yeah. I know your favorite genre is country. I don't know, to be honest. I just know he's country music's your favorite.
Flatland Calvary.
I think I think I've heard the name, but more of a smaller,
Yeah.
local.
They're not newer. They're kind of smaller. They're on the rise.
Just kind of newer.
Yeah.
All right. What is his middle name?
That I could not tell you.
Mm.
It's Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yours is Lucas.
Oh, so Jace knows you better.
No, he found out about 2 days ago.
I know. I asked him randomly like 2 days ago. Good thing it's out here now.
The more you know. All right. How many siblings does Jace have, and what are their names?
Jace has one sister, and her name's Katie.
Correct. You got Hayden White / Coach White for the Ozark Eagles.
Yep.
That's it.
You got a stepsister.
Stepsister.
Oh, I mean,
I don't know.
They're-
He's partially.
Yeah.
He's on the
That was
right
like my
track.
mom recently got married, like last year. So
He knows you pretty well.
Yeah.
Favorite activity outside of basketball? What does he do?
Jace likes to lift. No, that's
I know, but that's
that. No.
I don't
you
know.
can count if you want. It's up to
Okay,
you.
if it's not that, then
I
he
don't want
likes.
to count it because I was as an athlete. I knew a guy back in college. He played football. He was in there multiple times a day. I feel like that's all.
Then Jace's probably the next favorite thing is to watch Impractical Jokers.
I think I saw you guys at the con.
Yeah, we saw you. We saw you when Joe Gatto did stand up. You and Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of chilling out. They're on a good show, probably.
And now, what is Evan's favorite?
I'm just gonna say video games.
Which game?
Dabble in the college football, Call of Duty. You don't really play Fortnite.
Not really.
Just pretty much his ultimate team in gun games, right?
All right. Well, since we are in the holiday season, guys, what is the best or worst Christmas gift you received? Also, I guess I gave Jace the win on the game.
You knew my middle name. Like of all time, or like the best gift to receive? We can.
You can give both. Enlighten me.
To receive, I am a big fan of socks and underwear. It's a classic. You can't go wrong with it.
Well, what is the best one you have received, or the worst that you actually have received?
Probably the best. I don't know what year. Both my parents got me and my brother an Xbox 360 with Halo Reach. Great game. It's probably the best I've ever received.
All right, Jace.
Man, best ever? Maybe just like a ton of pre-workout or something. I can't really think of too much.
That's your best Christmas gift. Even as
Well,
a
just
kid.
like it's like not as a kid. I
That's
did.
what you
I
wanna
did.
receive now.
Well, yeah, right now, but like probably best ever is when I got like when the Xbox One came out. I got that, and that was just really cool. I can't think about the worst, but
Yeah, there you
maybe
go.
socks or something. But those are cool though. Like, but when you were little,
You can't never go wrong.
no,
with
they're
socks.
they're a classic. But like when you're 8 years old, what do you want socks?
One time when I was younger, my mom got me Cole candy, like chocolate, as a gift, and I remember that being the worst at the time. That one hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Are there any other stories that we're allowed to tell? Whether it's just that you guys, whether from being on a basketball trip or there's something on campus that.
First time seeing Joe walking on a bourbon. Throw that one out.
Oh,
Let's let the people know.
So when we
you
first
guys.
got here, it was with the old coach. We had a team meeting in the apartments,
Mhm.
and our apartments, like, they're numbered weird. Not really. Once we
We
lived
had
there,
no idea.
we had,
We just got here and we were both in the lines down.
and so they said like meet in room 3, whatever. We found a building, just found a random room, walked in.
Hey,
I was like, "Hey, is this the basketball meeting?" It was not. Let's just.
yeah, that was like our first time ever like talking to each other, like
Mhm.
hanging out too. So that even makes it better.
And then happily ever
Yeah,
after
there
since
we go.
then, huh?
There we go. It's been a party ever since, huh?
Yeah.
And you get to play basketball while doing it.
There we go.
So, well, guys, Jace and Evan, thank you for joining me on the Lions Den today, and good luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thanks for
Thank you.
having us.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be with women's basketball player Layne Kirkendoll. And welcome back to the Lions Den. We are now joined with women's basketball forward Layne Kirkendoll. Layne, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
So you were a former track and field athlete, from the area of Tulsa, not too far from here. You ended up going to South Dakota State before coming here. What went into the decision to pursue the track and field route after high school?
I just like the community that high school track gave me and like all my friends and just like the vibe that it had towards everything. Everybody was just so nice and so welcoming with track.
And I was doing a little bit of research before we came on, and You were a state champ.
I was in high jump.
Yes. And so what all events did you compete in?
So in high school, I did high jump, long jump. I ran some relays, and I ran the 400. When I got to college, I just did high jump and long jump.
And talk about that experience, playing Division I track and field. What was that like? And then, kind of just going from that to comparing it to, Division II basketball. I feel like it's a little bit of a change.
Yeah, it's completely different. So with track and everything, we are so closely knitted with the people we compete with.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, like, you don't really know a lot of the other people because you practice your event. But the school I went to, a lot of times, like, we got to know everybody. So we got to know the cross country, the distance, the jumpers, the throwers. So that was really nice. Like, here, I think it's so like odd that I'm only with the girls since we were girls and boys, and like I practiced a whole bunch with the boys and everything, and we were just so close with each other. But I think get here because it's just different since everybody's just so more close knitted and they know everybody because there's only like 14 of us on the team, so rather than 135. But yes.
And so now, what made you want to switch back from track and field to basketball?
I've always loved basketball. Like, even when I was up there playing track, I was a 2-time intramurals champ at my school. Thank you.
No brag.
But whenever I kept seeing like TCU and Arizona, they're like, hey, we need people on our women's basketball team. Like, they didn't have enough kids that year. Last year, it just made me like think like, oh my God, I probably really have a chance to go back and try to do basketball again. And I was already going to transfer, so why not?
So were you trying to maybe potentially do both, or was Coach McAdams just like, big sell, he got you here?
Big sell, he got me here. I mean, I had my mind open to go back and do track again, but this was just a school closer to home. Like, I like the environment, I like the team. Like, it was just a good fit for me.
Well, we're glad you came here because you guys are off to an 8-2 start this season. But before we get to that, are there any elements like from track and field that you feel like translate to the court?
Yes, I definitely think with running, knowing your speed, like knowing the endurance that you have, like, okay, I know I can burst for this play, and then if I take off for a second and get a little rest while I'm still moving down here, that was nice. And then also timing my jumps and everything, like, it just made it so much easier in learning how to jump off 1 foot or 2 feet or my right foot or my left foot and like gracefully landing. If y'all saw one of my games, I did a backwards roll. That was definitely from track.
We did see that, down here at the 3-point line. You tipped over backwards, got up, and ran back on defense all in one fluid motion.
Yes,
Brian's like, "Did you see that?"
Definitely from high jump.
And then we went back and watched it over, and we're like, "That's pretty good." So maybe I'll have to clip that into the show here.
Yes.
So speaking of the timing, your jumps and all that, the Lions are second in the MIAA with 4.2 blocks per game. You and Sinitra are both in the top 10. How are you two able to be so successful with block shots?
I honestly think it's just in practice. Like, we go hard on all our teammates and like each other. Like, we're trying to get a block. Like, we're not just going to let somebody score on us or like, okay, I'm going to fake it out. So like when it comes to a game, like, it just makes it so much more easier because like, if I can do it to my teammate, I can do it to somebody like I don't even really care about.
And now, as we mentioned before, you guys are off to an 8-2 start this season, 2-0 in the MIAA. What has been the biggest factor to your success so far this year?
I honestly think it's like just the team chemistry with us staying together and everything. Like, there hasn't been any problems. Like, people left, people are injured, but yet, like, we're still together as one, and people still want to show up and come and give it their all while we're at practice.
Mm-hmm. And now, like I said, 8-2, 2-0. You guys are playing well. Like I said, what is the vibe like? It's got to be pretty high. I mean, I was out there earlier, and you guys were out there, dancing, smiling, having fun. So the vibe's got to be pretty good right now with the start you guys have had.
The vibe is great. Like, there's always times where you have your up and downs. Like, it's a team, but like everybody just tries to like stick together. We talk each other through it. Like, if somebody's having a hard practice day, we're talking them through it. Like, no matter what, like our losses, even when we did lose, we were like, shake it off. We have another game. Like, it's always next game, next point, next whatever. Like, you just got to stay together.
And
that's our motto.
And kind of what's the outlook going, into the second half of the season, which is, mostly conference play.
Yes, we want to win. And nobody on our team likes to lose. So, and nobody on our team really gives up. Like, we want to, like, we're working for what we want, and we're going to get what we want.
And now you've only been here, a semester, but what have you enjoyed the most about your time here so far?
I really like meeting new friends and like my classes and everything. It's just nice, like, to be known outside of sports. Like, a lot of people didn't really know I was on the basketball team until like they came to the games or until somebody mentioned it, which was just so nice because now it's not like my whole life revolves around athletics. Like, I still have a little chunk of something that I can do outside of it.
Time outside of basketball. I guess kind of what I was asking those other guys, what are some things, you like to do outside of basketball?
I like to color. I was just doing that before I came here. I got a new coloring book. Yes. I like to eat. Food is top tier. So I'll cook. I'll go out with some of my friends who aren't on the basketball team, some of my friends who are on the basketball team, like, just to be out.
So then what's your major here?
My major is psychology.
Oh, I was thinking it was art.
No.
I was thinking it was going to be art.
My major is psychology with a minor in criminology.
And what do you kind of want to get into after your time here?
I either want to get into law school or forensic psychology, get my PhD in that.
Interesting. Okay, good. All right, so we talked a little basketball, get to know you a little bit, and now we're going to get to know you a little bit. We'll talk about your major, but now let's go with some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Have a little fun. If you could trade lives with anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
It would be my sister, and because she plays D1 volleyball at UT Chattanooga, and I would love to know how it is to play volleyball. Like, everybody's like, oh, I think you could do it. It's so hard. I can't do it. But also everybody's like, oh, she's just the sweetest person ever. No, she's not. But I just like want to know like how her life goes, and like, cause everybody says like we're similar, but I don't think we're that similar.
So is she like older or younger?
No, she's younger.
So she's just started playing.
Yes.
College volleyball.
She's a freshman this year.
So she's just into the college scene.
Yes.
So if you could start a collection of any item, what would it be?
I think it would be a merch, like artists' merch from like t-shirts. And why? Because I just think it's so cool to just like wear them and like know them, because then everybody's like, oh my God, where did you get that? But like only the ones where they sell at the merch stand, not on the ones where they sell online and everything, because everybody can get that.
One but that you have to get actually in
at
person.
At the concert in person. But that would be kind of hard because then I'll have to go to all the concerts. But
yeah, but you'd probably have fun doing that, wouldn't you? Who would you go see?
My top one, that would be J. Cole.
I don't know anything about that. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know anything about that music. What would your superpower be?
My superpower would be to be invisible. but like I can turn it on and off.
And what would you do with that?
I'll probably sneak into a lot of places so I can get my merch.
Probably J. Cole concerts.
No, I just think it would be cool to like know what's going on, but like to just be a fly on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always like, there's just like some things I want to see, but like
just curious.
I can't because like they're like, oh well, Layne's here, but like if they didn't know I was here, what's going on?
Okay. So this probably fits into your J. Cole. What song would you sing for your American Idol audition?
Ooh, that's hard. It actually wouldn't be a J. Cole song because he's more of a rapper. But I think I was singing Lost Boy by Ruth. I forgot her last name.
Do you want to give it us a rendition? A few seconds?
Not really.
I've done it at a previous place before. You sure? Come on, I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay.
Show us those skills.
Ooh, I can't really sing though. I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And there you go.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Proud of you for doing that. We already did this. Favorite thing to do with your free time? I guess we jumped ahead.
That's okay.
As we mentioned before, we're in the holiday season with Christmas right around the corner. What is the best or worst Christmas gift you received?
The best Christmas gift I probably received is I got a pair of Papa Bear slippers from my freshman friend group in college. We did like a Secret Santa or whatever. And it was so funny because I wear a really big size shoe, so I couldn't get the Mama Bear slippers. So they got me the Papa Bear ones. And like I would wear them ironically, but now I just wear them because I don't know. They're comfortable. I wore them enough.
And along with that, what is your favorite holiday tradition?
My favorite holiday tradition is probably cookies that we make. So we make sugar cookies, and then we have a sugar cookie decorating competition at my house. So it's like a whole bunch of it's not that many. Well, it's kind of a lot because it's my whole family. But we'll decorate cookies, and like sometimes there's prizes, sometimes they're not. Like one time we had like an 8-pound chocolate snowman
for the winner.
And I won.
So what'd you do with the snowman?
I ate it, and it was great. The whole
thing.
It was so good.
An 8-pound chocolate snowman.
Yes, it was so good.
How long did that take?
Quite a while. It was so worth it. I put my heart and soul into that cookie. I try to win every year.
So does that include like the whole decorating and all that?
Yeah, like we'll cook the cookies and we have like different cookie cutters. So we'll have like a sleigh or Santa or a circle and like all this other stuff. And then like you pick the cookie that you want and then you decorate.
Oh, for a second I was thinking like it was the cookie baking contest.
No, it's a cookie decorating contest.
All right. Well, Layne, thank you for joining us today, talking a little bit about the season, and so we got to know you a little better. Before we conclude here, the UAFS men will host Drury on Saturday here at the Stubblefield Center at 1 p.m., while the women close out the first half of the season Saturday at Ouachita Baptist at 2 p.m. Both are the non-conference finales, so when we return here in January, we'll be full on in MIAA play. Our next episode will be January 30th to preview those upcoming MIAA games. And in the meantime, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, and we'll see you next time.